Hello and welcome back to the channel. So now in this video I am going to be talking to you guys about one of life's hacks. And I am going to be talking in particular about how being good looking and being well spoken can make your journey through life a lot easier. So that's what we're talking about, being good looking and being well spoken from a Nigerian perspective. So I'm talking as a black male Nigerian man, and of course that is who I am, but then that does not necessarily mean this is only applicable to black male Nigerians. It is applicable really pretty much to anyone really, but that is my voice, black male Nigerian. But as I said, it is applicable to virtually everyone, male, female, whatever color, etc. So now we carry on. So being good looking and being well spoken can make your journey through life a lot easier. So we start off with being good looking. Now when I say being good looking, I do not necessarily mean having an aesthetically pleasing looking face. So when I say good looking, I do not necessarily mean being pretty to look at facially or being handsome to look at facially, although that would help, that would be a bonus. So being good looking goes a lot beyond that. So being good looking is being fit, and then being fit, of course, is not necessarily big muscles or going to the gym every day or everything like that, but rather keeping yourself in fairly decent trim. So keeping yourself in fairly decent trim, having good exercise and having a balanced life, that really is what makes you fit. So, and having a balanced life, of course, comes with a healthy living, that's diet, etc., exercise, and so forth. And then being good looking also is about being well groomed, and being well groomed is about how you dress. And how you dress, of course, does not necessarily mean that you have to go buy Gucci or Versace or whatever. I'm not really a fashion person, so I don't really know all the brand names. So, but it's not necessarily about the brand names. It's really about having an image that you have cultivated to suit your personality and then maintaining that image. So now, let's say for instance, I have a similar body shape to yours. What might look good on you would not necessarily look good on me. And we remember we have the same body shape, but what might look good on you might not necessarily look good on me. So why? Well, the reason really is your clothes suit your personality. So you hear sometimes people say, oh, he's able or she's able to carry it off. Being able to carry it off means that it is attuned to your personality. So you have to identify your personality and then have your clothing to suit. So your clothing has to fit with your personality. That way you are then able to enhance your personality with how you present clothing wise. So being good looking again is not necessarily about being facially aesthetically pleasing to look at, but that's a bonus. But we've talked about fitness and we've talked about health, and then we've talked about being well presented in terms of how you clothe yourself as well. And then of course you have to smell nice as well. Again, smelling nice is not necessarily about going off to buy expensive perfumes, etc., etc. It's really about having a bath every time, well, not every time, every so often when necessary, at least every day. Not having body odor, obviously, I don't really need to tell you that. Just having a pleasant smell. So that really is the packaging of being good looking. So being good looking, you can have a good looking face, that's a bonus. You have to be fit, healthy, well presented, and smell nice. So with that, you have a good look. So you have a good look, and then if you have all the added on extras, you might well even be good looking, but you certainly would have a good look with that packaging. So now you've got a good look, then how do you then use that good look? Well, using that good look, one of the key tools of using your good look is your voice, and the key to your voice is being well spoken. Now, being well spoken does not necessarily mean that you have to have a baritone voice. You're not a soprano, so nobody has that expectation of you, but you have to have a clear, lucid voice, an easy to listen to voice. And really, if you're a man, it would help if you did not have like a squeaky voice. So you have a good solid voice. Now you have that good solid voice, but how do you use it? Well, when you speak to somebody in whichever language, get the sentence structures right, so then you are easy to listen to. So getting the sentence structure right does not necessarily mean that you have to use big words and big grammar. You are not Wole Soyinka, and nobody has any expectations of big grammar from you, but they do have the expectation of being able to understand what you're saying. So you have to say it to them in the manner that they will understand. So now I say you have to say it to them in the manner that they will understand, and the reason why I have said that is because your conversation is to the person that you're speaking to. So the conversation that you're having with the person that you're speaking to will be different if you were speaking to another person. So you have to identify the person that you're speaking to, and then tune and attune your speech pattern and your word selection and how you want to project whatever message you're trying to convey to suit that person that you're speaking to. So that's part of being well spoken. So good sentence structure, identifying the person that you're speaking to in terms of who their personality is and how receptive they would be to the sort of language that you have chosen to speak to them with. So that is being well spoken, or rather should I say those are the basics of being well spoken. So the first element of being well spoken is the rudiments of communication. Now, having now perfected and mastered the rudiments of communication, you then have to understand nuance. You have to be nuanced in the way that you speak. And being nuanced really is really going back to what I said earlier, being able to identify the situation and tune and attune your speech to suit. So let's say, for instance, let's use an example. You're in a situation, for instance, and you need a service, and that service is not necessarily something that you're entitled to. So when I say you, I'm saying you as a male because I am speaking as a male. So the service that you're seeking is being offered by somebody that is female, and I'm not talking about anything sexual. I'm just talking, let's say, for instance, you're in a shop, or let's use an airport. So you're traveling, you're at the airport, you have excess baggage which you either have to pay for or persuade the person that is serving you to let it go. So now you are a decent looking male, as we said. You've gone through all the checklists that we've already listed. You are well spoken in the manner that we have described, and the person attending to you is an attractive female as well. So now using all of these tools that you have, well spoken, well groomed, decent looking, how do you then use those tools to get your baggage through without having to pay excess baggage? So then you have to be charming, you have to be flirty, you have to make her smile, you have to be patient as well, and more importantly, you have to listen to what is being said to you. Because really, one of the key mistakes that people make in terms of communication is that they fail to understand that communication is a two-way street. So you speak, and the person that you're speaking to listens, and then the person that you're speaking to speaks, and then you listen. It is more important to listen than to speak, because if you listen, then you can really understand what the person is saying to you, and if you understand fully or reasonably well what the person that is speaking to you is saying to you, then that puts you at the advantage of knowing exactly how you want to use that information that you have understood. But if you don't listen, then you don't understand, then you just go back and forth, and it turns into one of those meaningless, maddening conversations. So listen as well. So now, those are really the tools really that you would need to have an easier life. So be good looking, and being good looking is something that you can make happen yourself. It's something that you, by effort, can create yourself. You can make yourself good looking. And I'm not talking about plastic surgery, etc. I'm just talking about effort and a bit of a spend. So you educate yourself to be well spoken, you groom yourself in a decent manner, you get a good exercise, a good diet. And another key to being good looking as well is sleep. So get good sleep and try to remove stress as much as you can from your life. And stress is easily removed, by the way, just by discounting it. A lot of people don't actually know how to discount something from their lives, and I'm going to do a separate video on this. So make sure you follow this channel, click on subscribe, because a lot of stuff is coming and you don't want to miss out on it. But that is really the packaging. So being good looking, we've already gone through a checklist, and being well spoken, we've already gone through a checklist as well. So now, if you are good looking and well spoken, you have an easier journey through life, and that easier journey is as opposed to being otherwise. So this is as opposed to being not good looking and not being well spoken, because being good looking and being well spoken already gives you that 1 foot forward. So then how you then use it will then determine the projection of that foot forward. So that 1 foot forward can well just be that 1 foot forward. But how you use your being good looking and well spoken in the situations that you find yourself in will determine if that 1 foot forward is a march forward or just a foot forward. So there you have it. Good looking, well spoken, advantages in life and how to use them. What are your thoughts? Let's have a conversation about being good looking and well spoken in the comment section. But before we go have that conversation, please remember to click on the subscribe button so we can keep the YouTube algorithm happy and grow our channel and invite more people into our conversation. So click on subscribe, then come meet me in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, meet you there, and peace.